It was horrible. It really was. I was beaten with a curtain rod. One foster parent cut my hair because she didn't like doing it because it was so long.
Shalonda Scales remembers foster care vividly. Before that dark period, she was an A student as a kid, sheltered from the drugs outside, but living with a parent doing drugs. These pictures tell the story. Her life was falling apart. She went from foster care homes to homeless shelters, suffering from depression, acting out through anger. Later, her mother got help, but everything else got worse.
I moved into housing projects where there were more drinking and getting high and drugs.
3 years later, she would end up in a detention center, then jail. Connie Kaiser has seen children like Shalonda during her 31 years working at the Champaign County Juvenile Detention Center.
People don't recognize it as mental illness and instead just think they're bad kids. So the whole focusing on the behaviors instead of, the cause of the behaviors.
Funded mainly by the county, she says detention centers can't do all of the work to rehabilitate a child. She adds more than 50% of them enter with a mental illness. As a taxpayer in Illinois, it costs you $137 a day for every child in the Champaign Detention Center. That number grows to $213 a day for kids in juvenile prison. That's more than $78,000 a year. George Timberlake, with the chairman of the Illinois Juvenile Justice Commission, says if a child was placed in a rehabilitation program such as Redeploy Illinois, instead of being sentenced to prison, the child would be helped by the state through the county for about $3,500 to $13,000 per year. Right now, 28 counties are in the Redeploy program. Champaign County is not one of them. However, there are other programs. Access Initiative serves children with mental illness through juvenile justice and local schools. Supported by federal grants without early rehabilitation, Karen Sims believes children will go from detention to prison.
We're going to pay for these kids because they're going to become adults, and either you're going to pay on the front end, they become people that you pay for with your tax dollars.
After a failed suicide attempt and prison, Karen was one of the few people who helped Shalonda identify her mental illness and get back on track. Her success published in a local paper. Today she is happy and no longer depressed and ready to help others.
Just to be able to help.
Why do you want to help?
Because I've been through so much. And it's not that I just been through it, it's because I didn't have nobody.